Russell with SBR.TV. The fantasy baseball season is underway, and though draft season is over and fantasy teams are battling for early position, it will be a long time until the season ends and the standings are final. That's where 11runs.com comes in. They're a fantasy baseball site that offers midweek and weekend competitions, and better yet, they offer cash prizes. But many SBR forum posters have raised some legitimate questions concerning the fantasy sports industry as well as the site. So I'm here with the company's CEO, Manny Honigstein, to get a little more insight. Thank you for being here, Manny.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So SBR poster I Get P2S wrote, why are there so many new fantasy sites all of a sudden, and on what basis do they compete? How much different can there be from one site to the next? So Manny, what are you offering that you feel is the most attractive things about your site, and what sets you apart from other fantasy sports sites?
So our site is very much focused these days obviously on the baseball league. I think we're different in a couple of ways. Rather than the daily competitions that are out there or the weekly competitions, we thought, speaking to a couple of users and hardcore baseball fans, it makes most sense to focus on midweek and weekend series. Another focus of ours is a very deep integration with social networks. So you can sign up with your Twitter account or your Facebook account, activities on the site filter back into your activity stream on those social networks. And mobile is a big focus of ours. So we have a very cool iPhone application with push notifications where users are notified about certain activities of the players they picked. And we're very soon to release our Android application, which we're very excited about because I believe we are maybe the first company in the world to have a fantasy baseball application on Android, or at least one of the first.
Excellent. And now suppose I'm a regular sports bettor and I come across your site. What do I do?
So it's pretty easy. I think we really catered for the casual experience. We wanted to take out a couple of things that we believe are a hindering factor in order to make this a mass adaptation. One of the problems, and I think you mentioned it in your intro, is especially on baseball, the season is extremely long. It's almost like European soccer. So people sometimes lose interest. It's pretty intense. So what we allow people to come in really casually and come in twice a week for the midweek and the weekend series, or just focus on the weekend series or whatever they like. So going on holiday for 2 weeks and not investing in the game is not a problem on our side. Once you build your team, you opt in for your competition level. Obviously in the beginning, you can check out the site for free. There's no need to play for cash. And then there are kind of 3 cash entry levels. You pick your team, you enjoy the live scorings, you do a bit of smash talk against your opposition. You either can join a public league with 10 other random users who opted in for the same entry level, or you can create your private competition. You enjoy the live scores, and when the competition ends, you allocate it either the cash or the points. Something also nice that we did lately, you can play for virtual currencies and coins. The more you play, the more coins you get, which you can then at one point use in order to join a cash competition.
Oh, great. So you can trade in your points for cash just as an entry tool then into the other contests.
Right.
So, Manny, how is the fantasy baseball season going so far this year? Have you received many sign-ups?
Sure. So we were very excited so far about how users perceive our offering. There are a lot of sign-ups coming from different places. One very exciting partnership that just took place, and we haven't really announced it yet officially, but I'm happy to announce it here. We integrated our game with the Seattle Times. So when you go to Seattle Times, the website, on the sports section, you can basically play our game. It's the same database, so someone from Seattle Times can play against users coming just directly to our site or through other partnerships.
Now, an interesting topic was brought up by another poster. He said about your site, they have 18 to 22% rake, which is 2 to 3 times higher than any other daily fantasy site. Enjoy. Is this true, and can you justify the reasons for it?
Well, so, at the end of the day, I think that the business model has to make sense for all of us. Obviously, for the users, we want to give the best experience, but also, at the end of the day, we need to make some money. We're just at the beginning. We're optimizing all the time, so we're playing around with it. We believe we offer the users more than other sites. Our system, we believe, is very robust, gives a lot of incentives. As I said, through our virtual credits, the fantasy coins, we give something back. So if a user plays a lot, his effective rate is actually lower than the number that you just mentioned. We do promotions from time to time. As I said before, we believe we're a very strong integration with social networks that you don't find anywhere else. We have a mobile app which we give out for free. So I think at the end of the day, we're not that far off. We're obviously, trying to lower it as much as we can. And I think a second point that I want to mention is, we believe that users come to our site, obviously they want to make money, but it's really for kind of the love of the game. We don't think that the rake is the determining factor whether someone will play on our site. We really think we offer a bit more. And, it's fantasy football or fantasy baseball. People are excited about the sport. It gives them the extra kick to even watch sometimes boring games that are out there. So we're trying to lower the rake as much as we can, and I'm sure we make a move there as we go along. But currently, I think in order to have a sustainable business model also on our side, that's kind of the range we came up with.
So thanks very much, Manny, and thank you 11runs.com. I really appreciate your time. So now you can sign up with SBR's and 11 Runs contests at contest.sbrforum.com. Thank you for watching, and check out our latest videos on our YouTube page at SBR DOT TV.